All right, and just like that, here we are. It is, like you said, it's our the third annual Sunday Pour NFL Draft Special. Can we call it a special? I mean, we record it on Thursday nights all the time. Does it count as being special?
It's something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something. Oh, I forgot.
Third annual.
I forgot. Yeah, the first one was I'm bringing visors back. It's figures visor season. We lost.
What's visor season?
I don't know. Football coaches are at the front and center. We lost Sean Payton.
John Gruden.
We lost Sean Payton. He's a visor guy, right? So I think I gotta do my part and bring the visors back. Yeah, the Friday 2 years ago, the first one, that was like sports revival right there. We didn't have anything, and then the NFL draft was the biggest sporting event in like 2 months, right?
It was huge.
It was huge, yeah.
And it was just so, like,
it was so big that Mel Kiper is trying to relive it on his own. He can't quit it. Mel Kiper has to be on Zoom. I think he's not vaccinated, so he's got to stay home and do it.
Oh, is that what the deal is with it, Mel?
I think so, yeah. But he also looks like he's got a little. I don't know if he's got the shakes or something.
Dude, I was just about to say that. Like, yeah. I want to talk shit about him, but he looks like he might have like early Parkinson's or some shit.
It's very possible. Yeah, I don't know. But I think he's not vaccinated, but it might be not vaccinated because he's got some health issues. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Either way, he's reliving it. He's got to have his
he's gotten every pick wrong.
Well, he seems healthy. He's
some things never change.
He's in mid-season form as far as that goes. Yeah, I can't go. I could never. I'm sure. Well, 2 years ago, we didn't mention it. Last year we probably did, but I can never get over the crowd that goes to these things. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's crazy. Well, this year it makes a little sense. It's in Vegas.
But even still, like it's basically you're going to Vegas. It's a convention. It's just a football convention. There's nothing's happening. I mean,
it's almost like a Comic-Con for football fans.
If you got in the door at the draft, how long are you staying? Are you wait? Is it just a matter of waiting for your team to pick?
Dude, if I'm in Vegas, I'm not. I got other stuff to do.
Let's say you have to go in. You got to go in. Are you just and like somehow you get roped into it? Are you staying for 5 picks, 10 picks, Dolphins pick?
It depends. Yeah, like if Dolphins last year picked 6, I'd probably leave after the Dolphins pick. It looks miserable. It looks like a big like fair / I mean, concerts are fun, but I'm not like a huge concert guy. Like it looks just like too many people. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't look like something I would really enjoy. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not really my thing. There's way too many people there.
Yeah. You got little pockets like of different jerseys. You can see like the Niners fans, you can see the Denver fans. You can just see like everybody sitting together. It's a little annoying.
And it seems kind of boring.
Oh yeah, it's definitely boring. Nothing's happening. Especially like this year, and like not to shit on the picks or anything. It's just what's available. But there's no like big name personalities. There's no big name quarterbacks. I mean, it's all like defensive tackles and old linemen and stuff. And I mean, lifeblood of the sport. But as far as being a headliner, not really. It's never really been the case.
No, the biggest thing for me has been where's Jameson Williams going to go, and it looks like Detroit just traded up and picked him. The kid from Bama who tore his ACL, who would have been like a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Now it's I guess where Kenny Pickett goes. Like it's not. Yeah, we're kind of reaching for juice.
Yeah, there's not a lot of juice.
Aiden Hutchinson's mom stole the show, so she's. I know. 1 point for her. I saw it quick on Twitter. I didn't really get it. Blonde.
Always plays well in draft.
Yeah. So we got that. Nothing really. Especially like with offensive linemen, like there's literally nothing to talk about.
No, nothing.
Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, all right, Mel Kiper and like you hardos out there who are studying film. I can't tell you who got the better offensive lineman between who did the Giants and Panthers picked back-to-back O linemen.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows? I think it was three in a
Yeah.
row got picked, right? Didn't Atlanta pick one too, or somebody picked one?
The Seahawks picked one after.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Cross, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like the only thing that I have to go on is like the little blurbs I read about these guys. And like Cross was rated higher than Neal, and Neal's who the Giants got. Neal's like 6'7", 330 or something though.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. What does that mean? He's rated higher. I don't like. I won't know. I won't know until he's getting burned or until Daniel Jones is clean. It's only the two things.
Nah.
It's two things I'm going on.
When his nickname's the Human Turnstile, you'll know that you fucked up.
We've done that before.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the problem. I mean, I like the drafts. I just can't get excited about them because, like you said, nothing happens. And it says you don't know until, especially in football, I think you just don't know until you know. Like basketball, like you kind of have an idea, and now it's probably not as much as you used to.
Yeah.
Like you knew Shaq was going to be good, and you knew Kwame Brown was a gamble. Now it's probably a little. It's probably not as. It's not as cut and dry.
Yeah, it's different too with different sports. But basketball.
Yeah, I'm saying like drafts in general. Like I like the drafts in general. But,
yeah. Who knows? Hutchinson's going home, right? Hometown kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's a story. Well, he played in Michigan. I don't know where he's from.
Okay.
Yeah. The Jets got a cornerback. Sauce.
Jets got
his name.
Yeah, Sauce. He got some headlines because he said he was like the chosen one or something, which is pretty confident.
The Giants DN had some swag.
Did he? I didn't see anybody go up. I was just following. Is it Thibodeau?
Yeah, he was walking. He had like some sparkly shit on.
All right. Okay.
Fresh beard. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can tell you about these guys is the wardrobe. I don't even know the number one pick, like Georgia DN. I remember in the national title game, like their D in the second half was awesome. I'm sure that guy was in the middle of it, but I couldn't tell you one thing about this guy. I already blanked on his name. Trayvon
Walker. He is 30-1 to go first.
Really?
Yeah, 30-1.
And the guy Hutchinson, who went 2, is also a D end.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. Yeah.
It's Jacksonville, Detroit, so it's like both guys might suck. But no, I don't know.
It might be written. They're gonna suck. Yeah, now you got a little bit of a run on receivers going on here. The
Saints traded up. I thought the Saints were gonna trade up and take Jameson Williams. I think he's the guy that I would take a chance on. Alabama.
Yeah, he looked good. Yeah, he had the OBJ injury, right, in the championship game. Not OBJ injury, but like getting hurt in the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was good. He would have been. I think we had talked about him during the
when he got hurt.
Yeah, we were live. I think we had said he might be like a top 10 guy. So here he is, number 12, still with the injury.
Yeah, I haven't watched that much of the draft. I've been more into the hoops, and looks like the Sixers are going to blow out Toronto. This other game's coming down to the wire. I have a soft spot for the Pelicans because I was in.
Picked them.
Well, yeah, that too. Well, it goes well before that. In 2017 and 2019, I was in New Orleans this exact week, both times. Once for a bachelor party, once with my wife.
Okay. Two much different trips, all right.
Much different, yes. Same common goal, but
take that as you will. Interpret it however you want
to. So same exact week, last week of April. They actually have Jazz Fest down there. Not that we went to it, but just by chance, they have like a bunch of different, not jazz bands, but it's like they have like rock bands. It's like a 3 or 4 week festival. That sounds cooler than the draft.
Yeah, no, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard. It's like a little jazz, but I think like Billy Joel's been there before.
Yeah, you got like the Foo Fighters and stuff. It's not like just jazz. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, both times, obviously, this is when the NBA playoffs take place. First round, both times I rooted hard for the Pelicans in the second half of the season to try and get them into the first round so I can go to a Pelicans game.
Sick, yeah.
It would be late in the series, which obviously you're seeing tonight, Game 6.
Mm-hmm.
Both years, I think Anthony Davis was there both times. They came up short, didn't make the playoffs. So, of course, this year, the week when I've been there in the past couple of years, they're here. This is like the game. This is like the ideal. I mean, it would have been more ideal if they were going to close it out. Yeah. But like, this is the game I imagined going to. Like, I would like marked. I think I would have bought like a Pelican shirt and just went full fan experience. I think just for a night.
This is such a rookie question, but who were the Pelicans? Or is it this is just straight up expansion team?
Well, I see. This is where it gets a little confusing because it was the New Orleans Hornets,
right?
But then it was Charlotte
Bobcats.
See that this is where it gets a little confusing. Yeah.
All right, so it's not just me being confused. Okay, that's good. I feel like a better fan.
No, I mean, who cares? Expansion teams.
There's a time I could like do the full map though, and now I guess the past 15 years or 20 years, I'm a little bit lost.
Yeah.
Well,
this would have been a great game to go to.
Dallas Stars, Minnesota North Stars, you know.
I can't keep track of that shit.
Avalanche, Nordiques. I know I'm going all hockey right now, but I'm going all hockey.
Carolina Hurricanes, Hartford Whalers.
Whalers, yeah. Yeah, all right. So New Orleans Pelicans.
Atlanta Thrashers, Winnipeg Jets.
Oh, yeah. And the Winnipeg Jets are back as just the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah.
Do you think they play the Tony Montana thing at the Pelicans games? Where he's like sitting in the hot tub going, fly, Pelican, fly, Pelican.
I'm gonna say no. I don't think they do it.
It's a bad job by the whoever works the Jumbotron there. There's gotta be like a hype video that has that Tony Montana thing. They need it right now.
Oh, they need it right now. They are timeout coming up right here. It's gotta be. This could be back-to-back Game 6s that end up closing the series out. Could be 3 in a row tonight.
You got Jazz Mavericks.
Yeah, Jazz Mavericks up next. I was hoping for at least one Game 7. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, it's always you like the Game 7s because this brings you back to March real quick.
Yeah, it's do or die.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say if you get to a Game 6, it's a good series. Anytime you get a Game 6.
Sure.
But, Game 7 adds a little something to it.
Man, another thing I don't get about not so much about the draft, but like those super fan guys, like Fireman Ed and like the license plate guy, like if that's your thing, is like you're known.
Yeah.
And they go to Vegas for what a pain in the ass getting on the plane with a bunch of fucking license plates. Like, oh, you're setting off the machine. Like, oh, it's just my plates.
You got to check that. You got to check that.
Yeah.
No?
I guess so. Yeah, it's got to go on you can't bring that. You can't put it under your seat, I guess.
No.
An annoying thing to fucking travel with, though. I mean, he's got to bring it, right? If he's there, he's got to bring the license plates.
Yeah, I don't know. Being a super fan is a little much for me.
Unless you're the old guy in Nets games. He's all right.
Oh, the whammy guy?
Yeah, but he's like 90. So, he wasn't doing it when he was 30 years old. He's doing it when he's old.
I'll give
what else is he doing?
Yeah, I'll give that guy a pass.
Yeah, at certain age, you get a pass for sure.
Yeah, Fireman Ed abandoned the Jets. He boycotted them, and then he came back.
That's right. Yeah, he had a beef with the Jets. Fucking weird.
It's a shitty boycott. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, you're a Jets fan. You're signing up for.
It's a very soft boycott.
Yeah, the Jets hype is real, man. The Jets fans are believing.
So what they drafted a cornerback and a wide receiver.
I feel like they think they're close, man. And they wanted Debo and they wanted Hill. I feel like they think they're close for some reason.
I mean,
They're
I
not
don't
getting
think
the pressure from the Jets.
I don't think they're that close.
I don't think they're anywhere near close. I don't know where the optimism comes from. Especially like I didn't think Jets had optimism in their
I
personal
hate Chris
dictionary.
Paul so much. I fucking hate Chris Paul.
Why do you hate?
He's the king of throwing elbow. He's a dirty player, man.
Oh, you saw him
Dirty.
kick that guy in the nuts the other night?
Yeah, he's a scumbag. Complete scumbag. He just threw another elbow. I mean, he's an asshole. Cannot root for Chris Paul. Having a great game.
Well, all right, comes down to this last minute.
Down
Wrong,
6.
down
There's no
6.
way.
And 1. Oh, man, you are far behind.
Way far. About a good 5 seconds.
Yeah, Jesus.
All right, well, give yourself a shot. Game 6 tomorrow in Minnesota. I think Memphis is going to close them out.
So I want to talk to you about
Great.
I want to talk to you about the Mets situation.
The Mets.
So yeah, the Mets thing. So they're getting all pissed off because they're getting drilled, right?
Yeah.
But nobody's throwing at them. It's bizarre because they're getting hit at like a ridiculous clip. They're getting pelted like 3 times a game. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense, but it's happening. Their own pitcher comes out and is like, "Oh no, it's the ball. MLB doesn't care. They have the wrong ball, and we're wild. It's wild because of the ball." Okay.
Yep.
So they keep getting hit and they keep getting pissed, and then Arenado gets like buzzed.
Overreaction, right?
Yeah, and then he flips out about it, and there's like a bench clearing brawl. The Mets are the ones getting it. I don't. It doesn't make any sense. Like the whole timeline just doesn't make any sense. Like no Met has charged the mound. No Met is like everybody gets pissed, but they hit like JD Davis in the ankle on the 3-2 curveball, and he got hurt. And then like, the next thing they're throwing at Arenado. Like I assume he did it on purpose, right? He definitely, but it was that guy's first game with the Mets.
Yeah, it was
I assume he did it on purpose.
It was a message though. It wasn't really that.
Well, yeah, it didn't even hit him. Yeah, then Arenado got tossed for like starting shit. But I just like nobody's out there aiming for Mets. So I just don't understand. I guess I get the frustration, but I don't understand why they're mad. Because
I think you're just tired of getting hit. I think.
Yeah, but the way they're talking about it is like people are doing it on purpose. Yeah, I wouldn't like getting hit either. But and plus like Alonso got hit in the head twice. I got in the fastball in the face one time, and I got hit in the head the other day. And JD Davis is the first injury they've had. But I just don't like. I get the frustration, but again, their own pitcher was like blaming the ball. So why do you get mad at the pitch? Like, why are they getting mad at pitchers for them getting hit? I don't.
He was mad at. I saw him complaining about the ball. I didn't know it was. He's saying that they have no control over where it's going.
Yeah, well, yeah, Bassett was saying. I think it comes down to the fact that I think Bucky even was saying that they took the sticky stuff away. They went like too far in one direction, said none of this shit, and now it's like none of it, and now they have to kind of fun happy medium, like gotta allow something because it's getting a little out of hand control wise. But I know. Like you blame the ball and then you still get mad. Like I wouldn't be getting mad at like these shitty middle relievers for.
So which is it though? Is it the ball or is it the lack of sticky stuff?
Well, no, because the ball, because you're not allowed to. I don't want to say doctor because that's not what's going on here. But they're not allowed to have a little aid in that grip.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with the Mets being a little irritated at getting.
I get that part, but I mean, are you mad at the other team or are you mad at the ball? Like, I don't quite. That's what I don't get. Like if you think it's the ball, why get mad at the Cardinals?
Well, yeah, I mean that escalated so fast though, and it was such an overreaction that like I think Arenado blew it out of proportion and made it something bigger than what it was. Yeah, he got buzzed.
Yeah, she just walked away and been like, "We didn't get hit." and gone and hit a home run or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the Mets. I understand their frustration, but I mean, they got to make up their mind. Is it the ball or is it the lack of sticky stuff? Like,
Yeah.
and Bassett's actually been good. So what is he even? See, I saw Bassett complaining about the balls, but I didn't know it was in reference to the control.
Yeah, I
I know he was just talking about the balls suck.
I think it's just when you don't have the ability to kind of put something on them.
I'm just curious. Like, is this something that always happened? Like, have balls been being fucked with for years? Like, why are you fucking with the baseballs?
I thought I read at some point a couple of years ago, not too long ago, where like the balls, like when you get a brand new ball, it's got like a shine to it, right? It's got like, this is an old ball, but I've never been used. But there's like a shine to it. So it's like you could tell it's like a little slippery. So I'd heard like in the clubhouse, like before the games, they'd have this special mud that they rub on it to kind of, take that sheen away, so it wasn't so slippery in your fingers.
Okay.
To give it a little resistance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I assume they still do that, but
why? I'm more talking about like offense being down and the ball not traveling.
Oh, I don't know anything. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. There's always talk about winding the ball tighter, or I don't know, juice balls versus not juice balls. I have no idea. I don't know anything about that.
Because that's what I've been hearing about with people complaining about. I didn't realize it was the control issue. I thought people were just complaining that the ball's not going anywhere. Offense is down all over the place.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I'd rather it was a little down. I think that would encourage like better hitting rather than like swinging for the fences. I hope that's what would encourage it, like line drives over long balls.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're going for the line drive, you're going to get your fair share of long balls. Rather than the other way around. Like if you're looking for the long ball, I feel like you have a worse chance of getting line drives. But whatever. But that's happened before. Like, wasn't it? I forget what year it was, with the Yanks were like ripping the cover off the ball.
2019.
And then they got September or October, and they switched balls, and all of a sudden everybody's going on the warning track.
Oh, it might have been 2019. Also, it could have been 2020. I can't remember. Maybe. 2019 was the year like Gleyber went nuts, and then
yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
so, it could have been, and then they it could ruin a guy's career where he thinks all of a sudden he's a 30+ home run guy. There's no right hitting that many.
Yeah, that might be it.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they use like a different ball. They make it differently. I think I forget what show I was listening to. I think it was on The Fan, and somebody said like Major League Baseball is in charge of the manufacturing of the balls. They don't even use like an outside company anymore. They bought the company that does it, Rawlings or Spalding, or whoever does it.
Right.
So like they're in charge of how it's made and what's that, So I don't know, but you're not hearing that from like the pitchers of the world. You're hearing that from the hitters. It's not going anywhere.
Hitters, yeah. Oh yeah.
Hit better.
I mean, they're definitely doing something to the balls though. They did something in 2019, and they're doing something now. Just use a normal baseball.
Yeah, just make it uniform.
Oh, we got a trade. We got a big trade.
Oh.
I'll give Adam Schefter the props. He reported it.
You're a professional.
A.J. Brown heading to the Eagles.
Whoa.
That's a big one. A.J. Brown wanted out of Tennessee.
Not a Tannehill guy.
Nope. I guess he's Jalen Hurts guy. Is Jalen Hurts still the quarterback?
I mean, was he got a better chance of getting paid? Is that why? Because you go to a team that doesn't have a big name quarterback, on the payroll, the receiver has a better chance of getting paid.
Oh, I assume that he just didn't want to play with Tannehill anymore. No?
It's probably part of it, but they're paying Tannehill if he wants a raise, he wants like a Devontae Adams type raise, or if he wants like a
Well, Tannehill's contract's got to
Tyreek
be
Hill.
almost over, right? What do you get? He only got like a 4-year deal, and he's already halfway through it, right?
So yeah, so at least halfway through it, right?
New Top Gun coming out Memorial Day weekend. All right.
That movie has been in the can since the pandemic. It was supposed to be released the year of the pandemic.
I know.
I've been excited for it since the pandemic. I've been avoiding all like clips of it because I figured it's just too much. Like they've been waiting for so long. I saw the trailer once or twice. That's it, man.
Is that going to be an HBO Max job, you think, or you got to go in theaters to see it?
I kind of want to see it in theaters.
That seems like a movie you'd see in theaters.
Yeah. I think I might take my son to see that in theater.
It's a rated PG-13, you think?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Is Maverick going to have a love interest? Who's his love interest going to be?
Oh, somebody 20 years younger than him, probably.
Probably. I watched the new Batman on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, what was your assessment of it?
I mean, I'm the wrong guy to ask because I'm not like a big superhero movie guy. Like Batman, I did watch it. It's okay. I wouldn't rewatch it. It's too long.
I saw a little bit of it. My wife was watching it after we taped the other night. And when I went upstairs, I caught a few minutes. And like Turturro was in it.
Turturro's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to turn away when it's old John Boy there. Yeah, and it was like a part where the kid was playing Bruce Wayne.
Well, he plays like a young Bruce Wayne, like a not so sure of himself Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure of him either.
Millennial. He plays like a millennial Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I don't like it. I didn't love it. I didn't really give it a fair chance. I just, it's just a few minutes.
No, I thought the casting wasn't bad, but that's tough because I'm comparing it to the recent Batmans, which the Nolan Batmans, not the. I didn't even see the. Yeah, no, they're not even close to that. But I knew they weren't going to be, so that's almost like an unfair evaluation.
How'd it work? Was it like a decent movie though? Like outside of the Batman thing, like was it a decent movie?
I don't know. It was like a superhero movie. Like they try to put like their own spin on it. Like more like the Penguin is. He's like a mobster. He's like a right-hand guy to Turturro's character.
Okay.
Not an actual penguin. The Riddler is like a psycho serial killer.
Okay. Yeah.
There's no. I don't want to say science fiction because that's not really what Batman is, but there's no comic book element to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, like in the comics, what the Penguin really was. Like I don't know if that Danny DeVito take was really.
Yeah, that was Tim Burton just being like Tim Burton.
Very true. So
it's like a young Bruce Wayne, like still trying to come to grips with what happened to his parents. He's got some anger issues.
Yeah. I didn't really buy him.
He's a little bit of a moody prick. He's got temper.
Well, it happens.
It was way too long. Stop making 3-hour movies. I mean, come on.
I feel like I'm a little superheroed out. There's been so many superhero movies the past few years, and I did
supply and demand, man. People love it.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, like my wife's into them, and like my son's really into it. So like, I like having that kind of opportunity. Something that we could do together, or whatever. The shows and stuff, but like, it's just how many of these things can they make? It's I mean, like Scorsese.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be superheroed out too if I saw as many as you just described. It sounds like you're there opening night every one. Like, I can't understand. Like, I can't understand the fascination with superhero movies. I really can't.
Well,
from like grown-ups, I'm saying.
Yeah, like I was at like the first Iron Man movie, and then it kind of. When the Avengers stuff started coming out, like I saw the first Avengers movie in theaters too, but like I didn't watch like the Thor movie. I didn't watch like the Doctor Strange movie. I didn't watch the Captain America movies. Like I've since seen them, but like I wasn't into them. Like I watched Iron Man and I watched the Avengers, but now it's like all encompassing and everything is connected to each other. So like I've seen most of them now,
Mhm.
and like there's some shows coming out. And I'm like, I don't have it in me to do another superhero show. I already watched two of them. Like I don't have it in me to watch another one. And my son was like, "Oh, I want to watch that one." I was like, "Oh, all right, well, if you want to, like whatever." Like I like having that kind of like I think of like fathers and sons watching westerns back in the day. I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
feel like our thing. That's cool. So like this, I'm a little more invested in like the Batman one. Like I love Batman; it's my favorite one.
Of course.
Um,
If you're a grown man, I don't see how Batman's not your favorite.
yeah, but I've seen so many Batman movies, and they're not making. I think we said this when the casting for this came out. Like they're not making Batman for us anymore. Like this is not like we're past it's past us at this point.
Um,
So I mean, yeah, they tried with Affleck, and that wasn't really for us either.
yeah, and one thing about Pattinson,
Yeah,
I've never seen any of those Twilight movies. Only like when my wife's watching them and I come in the room.
Mhm.
But every time I look at that guy, I just see a vampire. It's a weird. Like I know
Well,
he's like a heartthrob, like chicks dig
that
him, but
vampire.
he's like chicks dig him. Good looking guy. I just see a weird looking fucking creep.
Yeah, he's too pretty to be Batman too. I see what you're saying. The creep part,
Yeah,
but he's too pretty to be Batman.
yeah.
You
My
know,
wife
so
said that too. She said because she
yeah,
likes him, but she was just like, he's not really a Batman.
you got to have a little like edge to you. Give me a little rough around the edges, a little gruffness.
That's why Clooney didn't really work as Batman. He's like GQ.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, he's not. He's not even. No, he didn't work as Batman, but obviously very cool Bruce Wayne. He definitely has like a little edge to him that this kid does not have.
Yeah,
I don't know if that comes with age or whatever, but he definitely has a little more edge to him. To me, it does. But I didn't like those Batmans either. Like it's to me, it's Keaton, Bale,
Keaton
West.
Bale. Yeah, Adam West.
Thank you.
We freeze.
Get it right. No, I'm good. You're frozen. Oh, you're frozen. You look very confused. You look like Will Ferrell doing George W. Bush right now.
Taken. Got,
Yeah, you froze, and I don't know when we freeze. I don't know if one of us, like, if I'm frozen on your side, or like I don't know how it works.
You were frozen. Yeah, you were frozen on my side. I was just talking. I was just reading the graphics on the screen.
So I wonder what goes out to the masses because the way you were frozen, you looked like Will Ferrell doing his George W. Bush impression.
Evil doers.
That's it. Just the one line.
I couldn't think of anything else.
Yeah.
What else was I gonna say? I was gonna make one other comment.
I think it's like a lot of the younger ones. I think we mentioned on Monday, or Tuesday. That's like a lot of the younger ones. There's not a lot of this like the man's man younger actors, and I don't know if that just comes with age and you kind of grow into it, but like even like who's are like De Niro and Pacino, obviously the ones when we were kids, but I don't remember them ever being like pretty boys or anything like that. But like Clooney, pretty like was handsomest guy in the world. Pitt, but Pitt's also got like some edge to him that these guys don't have. But I assume when Pitt was younger, he didn't have it. Right? Like he's in Bonnie and Clyde. He's in
Thelma and Louise.
I assume he didn't have that kind of grit. I assume people that were our age then were like, look at this fucking guy, right? But now he's got a little bit of an edge to him. He's got a little, these little rush. Who else do we talk about?
Yeah, after he left, like Aniston.
Yeah.
He saw like this guy.
It also kind of comes with like some of the roles he takes along the way. I don't know. I had some maybe in a few years this kid will have it, but now not I just don't see it. Like Leo couldn't be Batman.
No. Leo, he's too famous to be Batman.
Yeah. He's also the best actor we've mentioned so far.
I think you have to be almost. You can't be too famous, too big of a movie star to be be Batman,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, Bale's not a tiny star. Bale was an established and well-respected actor. I don't
But
know. Yeah,
He's not Leo though.
no. Yeah, I guess because Leo is like that De Niro, Pacino
Right.
class.
You could be. I think you could be too famous for Batman.
Yeah, it's true. That's a good point with him. He's too famous for sure. Yeah,
Can you be too famous to be any superhero? Like I just like DiCaprio couldn't be any superhero.
I think he'd be too. I think he'd be too famous to be a superhero, but never too famous to play the villain.
Yeah,
I can see
probably.
Leo.
Yeah.
I don't think Leo ever would. I mean, actually, like I don't know him. I don't know his agent. I don't know anything about the guy. But I could say with almost all certainty he was never going to be in a superhero movie of any kind. But for some reason, let's say they throw $10 billion at him to be a bad guy in a movie. I don't think that's out of the realm. I think you could do it. I mean, Al Pacino was in Dick Tracy.
True. When Scorsese came out a few years back, kind of like shit on superhero movies.
He didn't shit on him.
He said it wasn't cinema.
Right, and his point was that. Okay, finish what you're saying. I'll add what I want to say. Yeah, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say when he like took a shot at superhero movies, like it was definitely kind of like an old man get off my lawn kind of take. But did you feel like he was kind of like sticking up for people who actually enjoy real movies?
I don't think it was like that kind of thing. I think his point was valid because he was saying like in these movies there's nothing at stake. Like you with certainty these people are going to survive and be the heroes. Okay, and you like that's kind of what makes a movie a movie is like you don't know what's going to happen, but that the bad guy's going to walk away victorious at the end of these movies.
Yeah.
Now they kind of changed that narrative a little bit because in Avengers movie, which is like the third or fourth Avengers movie after 3 or 4 Iron Man movies, and also you knew like Robert Downey Jr.'s contract was up, and he's done interviews. He's like, kind of had it playing with the characters and that.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Captain America guy. Like, yeah, and I'm kind of done. Like, you knew.
Did they kill Captain America?
Not really, no. But he retired basically. Like, he just he went. I mean, explaining it is going to sound so fucking.
No, dumb. It's okay. He retired. Got
but
it.
But he will. Okay, all right. It made sense in the movie. But yeah, but there's time travel, like whatever. There's like you can get away with anything in a comic book movie. So
yeah.
But he's right though. There's no stakes to it. But I don't think that there's no value to them. I think they're entertaining. People have an attachment to these characters. They enjoy watching these characters. And if you get the right actors, and for the most part, the Marvel group has done that. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. was like a gigantic win for him. And like the Thor guy was kind of boring until they kind of figured out how to use him. I mean, that's really, you don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have that opportunity with a lot of things. Like if you did a one-off movie, you casted the wrong guy, or you wrote him the wrong way or directed him the wrong way, it's it. Like it's over. It sucked. That was it. They did like, I don't know, 2 Thor movies that were kind of subpar. I think.
Actually, I saw the Thor movie.
Which one? The first one?
Yeah.
Natalie Portman. Nice. All right.
Natalie Portman. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Renee Russo was in that.
I don't remember.
Anthony Hopkins.
And he was the dad. Yeah.
And Idris Elba.
Yeah, he was the gatekeeper. Whatever.
Yeah. I think my only problem is not people who like these movies. I think it's the people that just live and die with only these movies.
Yeah, people get mad at Scorsese for like what he's saying. Like he's making a point. Like
yeah,
there's 9 movies with Iron Man in it, and not once do we ever think he was actually going to die. Like until we knew his contract was up. Like if you're making amusement park rides, which is I think that's actually what he said. Like it's an amusement park ride, which I think is fine, but also it's he wants to throw labels out there like cinema. I guess it's in his opinion, the cinema has some stakes to it and has like some emotion to it, and
I think there's some people who like their attention span can only handle a superhero movie, and that bothers me.
They want it like on a platter, right? They want all the answers.
They want the beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
Friends become enemies, enemies become friends.
Yeah.
And it's just like for those people, it's like I can't have a conversation with you about movies. Like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, they want it to be simple. They want it to be simple, which I don't think it's exclusive. Like I think you can like superhero movies and like quote unquote cinema, and I think I'm a prime example of
yes, that is allowed. I will allow that.
Yeah.
It's the people who only like the superhero
right.
and won't give, God forbid, director, try something outside the box. Think of like, I don't know, think of an example, like a No Country for Old Men, which like takes a few viewings to actually know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, that's a movie that like a superhero lifer would be like, oh, that was boring. That had no point. It's like, no, you have no fucking point.
That's a movie
because you just want to see Iron Man fucking flying through the air, shooting whatever the fuck he does.
I loved No Country for Old Men. Like the first time I saw it, and I had no idea what happened. And I was like, good. But I still liked it.
Yeah, I was the opposite. I didn't hate it, but I was like, I don't know. And then I gave it a few viewings because I had it on DVD, and now I love it.
When you watch a movie like that, and maybe you don't love it, you don't like hate it.
Yep.
And I have actually a recent example of this, a movie that I liked, but like sometimes you like a movie and it just goes away and you never think about it again. But like when you watch a movie like that, does this like you find yourself like thinking about it like a day or two later or like a week later, and it kind of seeps into your mind? That happened with me with the Bradley Cooper movie, the circus one. Fuck is the name of it.
Oh, Nightmare Alley?
Yeah, I liked it when I first watched it, but then I just kind of found myself like ruminating on it like random times. Like, oh yeah, just remembering the end or just kind of how it was shot in certain ways. Like, oh, it's really.
I watched it a couple times after.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay.
I watched it like in waves. Like I'd watch like 45, and I didn't watch it all because it was pretty long, right? It was like 2.5.
Yeah.
That movie I liked more watching it like the second, third time around. You pick up. First of all, I went in completely blind in that movie.
I think everybody did because it was so. Even like the previews gave nothing away.
Yeah, all I knew was he had like a mustache, and like the first hour of the movie, he's no mustache, and I'm just like, is this whole fucking movie gonna take place at a state fair, at some carnival?
Wait, is this the first quarterback to go? Kenny Pickett?
Yeah, Kenny Pickett, Pittsburgh.
Wow.
He's got some big shoes to fill.
Terry Bradshaw, Ben Roethlisberger, Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett. Neil O'Donnell.
Neil O'Donnell. Who was the other guy? Bubby Brister. Did he play for Pittsburgh?
Bubby Brister sure did. Cordell Stewart.
Slash.
Hell yeah. Cordell Stewart was great in that NFL NBA Jam game.
Tommy Maddox. XFL champion.
Yeah.
One and only.
There you go. Kenny Pickett.
Who knows, man? Kenny Pickett. I mean, this was rumored, I feel like, all offseason. It was like, Steelers, Pittsburgh, Pitt. And it actually happened.
Yeah.
I mean, they are kind of a win-now team that if they got a quarterback, could be really good.
Yeah, so so stupid, but like here he is. They're showing his highlights. Obviously, the best plays they could find of him. Like, this kid's got something. They're
dropping dimes.
They're not showing the underthrows or the ones where he's getting picked off or anything.
Oh yeah, he's the kid that they implemented a new rule. They just showed the play. He did the fake slide.
Oh yeah, right. Yes. Yep. Yeah, this kid, he looks like a Pittsburgh quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, he's got to get caught in a bar room bathroom in the next 3 months, and he's in. He's like nothing ever changed.
Patriots are trading the pick to the Chiefs. What we're talking about, Nightmare Alley?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, going in blind in that movie. Yeah, that movie was bad. That movie was better.
All I knew is he had a mustache.
That's all I knew is he had a mustache.
Hysterical.
And I had no idea what direction they were going. And then once he hit the road and like he started being a dick, I was like, oh okay, rise and fall. Got it. Got it.
When did you know he was going to be the not jerk, the dork?
The geek. When he started when he started drinking. Because it was they made a point. Remember, it was weird how he started drinking. I didn't really love that. Like he just, like she was drinking and then he smelled it like kind of on her breath and he grabs the glass and he throws it back.
Yeah, sometimes you see stuff like that in a movie. You're like, these people wrote that don't really drink, I guess.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I don't know. I feel like if you don't, and he's got to be like in that movie. I don't know how old he's supposed to be, 30s, 40s, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it seems like an odd time to just start. Like, I feel like if you're gonna start drinking at that age, something like traumatic has to happen to you, or something like I don't know, you lose your job or something. Like something. It just didn't fit. It just didn't fit why he would start drinking in that moment.
Jordan started drinking when he was like 28. By the time he was
Michael Jordan?
Yeah. I think that's just because he was like grew up like an athlete and so dedicated to it.
That makes sense.
I think what it was, like a doctor told him like he couldn't like relax couldn't calm down, couldn't sleep after games. The doctor's like, just have a couple beers. Chill out. Take it easy, man.
Is that when he started smoking cigars too, you think?
I don't know. I tend to remember. I think I remember him smoking cigars, like in the Olympics and stuff like that, like on the golf course. I might be wrong about that.
Yeah.
I was probably around the same age, though. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way he wasn't drinking in Barcelona, right?
Yeah, they all were.
Golf course. Yeah, Barkley tells the story about drinking with Bird. I mean.
Oh yeah, Bird drinking buds. Did you see the last episode of Winning Time? Bird shows up with Budweiser. It's so weird. Like, it's so weird. Like Bird's so mad. He's just so angry. Like Magic hates him. Like it's so fucking weird. This is not at all how it happened.
Yeah, it's a little fictionalized version. I haven't watched it in a few weeks.
Yeah, like I said, just pop in there once in a while. I'm not gonna dedicate myself to it, but it's entertaining, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What's on the docket for this weekend? Any movies on tap for this weekend?
No, I'm going to. Have you ever seen Annie, the musical?
No.
You know what it's about?
Little Orphan Annie? Annie, Hard Knock Life Annie? Is that it?
Maybe. It wasn't a rhetorical question. I'm legit asking. I don't know.
Oh, I've never seen it. That's my guess, though, is what it is.
Yeah. Well, another one I'm going in blind to. I'm going to see a junior high production of Annie.
Oh, that's would you scalp some tickets? You're like, yeah, hell yeah, $7, I'm in.
I got some freebies. That's my Saturday night, 7:00 sharp. I will be front and center for Annie.
What kind of pregame are you planning on?
Glad you asked. I mean, I think you're looking at it right now. I'm gonna go for an early dinner, like right next to the I'm gonna say arena, next to the fucking auditorium.
Next to the Coliseum,
yeah, you know, a few drinks, maybe a little something else. I don't know, maybe a little micro.
Oh, okay.
I've made a point. Like I was talking to, it's my nephew, my sister-in-law's kid, and they were here like last week, and I was like, "Oh, Annie, is that the one where like, can I have another bowl or whatever?" And they're like, "No, it's Oliver Twist."
I don't even know what that is. I mean, no Oliver Twist, but I don't even know what that
He's an
for.
orphan, and he goes, "Oh, see, Annie's an orphan too." I was like in the right ballpark at least.
Yeah, Little Orphan Annie, Tiny Tim.
Oliver Twist is the one
Oliver
where he's like,
Twist.
"Sir, may I have another?"
I thought that was it was Kevin Bacon in Animal House.
Yeah, I think that's where he stole it from.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was in the right ballpark, and they're like, "You don't know Annie?" I'm like, "I don't live in your fucking world. It's like, who knows this shit?"
Man, I don't know. Rabbit
right.
Dick, right? Horatio Alger.
So I'm going in completely. I don't want to know what it's about. I don't want to know it. That can only. I want to go in like being like, "Hey, what's this about?"
Are you gonna be like at the end? It'd be like Royal Tenenbaum at the end, like, oh, it's just a bunch of kids jumping around. I think that's the best bet for you.
Yeah. What do you get someone who's in a play? Like a girl, you'd get flowers for. Like,
I think you probably get flowers for guys too. I don't know. Middle schooler, what's his role? How big of a role does he have?
I've heard butler. I don't know how.
I feel like there's a big one. I think the big one. I don't know. All right, I don't know anything about it anyway. I feel like it's probably a big one. I feel like the butler probably is a soft spot, maybe.
He's pretty pumped up about it, so maybe some serious speaking roles.
I wonder how many lines he has. Yeah. I don't want to give you anything away. I'm going to do my best to not give anything away. Annie play.
They had to have made the movie, right, Annie?
I think so. Wow. Annie goes back a long ways.
Has to.
Little Orphan Annie, loosely based on the 1885 poem Little Orphan Annie.
It's based on a poem. This is going to be lovely.
The original Broadway production opened in 1977.
Also, it's been around. All right. 1885. Jeez.
That's the play. That's the poem, I mean.
What's the name of the poem? Oh, Little Orphan Annie.
Little Orphan Annie, yeah.
Okay, and this is just called Annie. I was never in a play, but I was part of the stage crew.
Okay. For what production?
Sound of Music was one of them. Those back-to-back years I did it.
Wow.
7th and 8th grade, I want to say. It's a pretty important job. You got to be quick, and you have to like get curtain closes. You got to take out the set and then bring the new set on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like a dance, choreographed. Again, and it used to get you out of class, like especially like when you start like those last couple weeks when it's like they're really grinding away practicing.
Yeah.
You're out of class.
Yeah.
Sound of Music was one. The other one, Wizard of Oz, maybe.
Oh, oof. Okay.
I don't know if that's right though. I know that doesn't sound right. Sound of Music was definitely one though.
I was in two plays. What grades? What grades were that? It was like 4th grade, 5th grade.
No, this was junior high. This was like 7th and 8th.
Oh, serious productions. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 3rd grade I was on the crew for Taming of the Shrew, the Shakespeare play.
Shakespeare, sure.
In 4th grade, I played Friar Lawrence in Romeo and Juliet. He's the one who gives her the poison.
Okay.
But no, it's fake poison though.
Oh, right, and that's when Romeo offs himself because he thinks she killed himself.
Yeah, bad communication. They would never worked out. No communication between those two.
Nah.
But I had a little bit of a what do you call it? Like a little
soliloquy?
Yeah, a mini one. Yeah, kind of explaining how to do it. Oh yeah.
So like the lights went black and they put a spotlight on you?
I'm sure it wasn't that involved, but it was me and whoever played Juliet on the stage, and I was explaining to her what to do. I don't remember there being a spotlight on me. And then in 5th grade, I was the mayor in a production of the Brementown Musicians. And
I can't say I know what that is.
It's about a bunch of animals that have like a little beef with a bunch of pirates. I don't know. And So my fifth grade teacher like rewrote part of the script because I was the mayor, and he's like he knew me pretty well. So like whatever, like there's like the pirate sees me off stage, and he's supposed to be like, oh yeah, there's the mayor, or who's that? And he's like, oh, it's a whatever it says in the script, like tall guy with I don't know, dark hair and glasses. Like, oh, it's the mayor. But for me, he was like, is it a tall guy, ugly, glasses? Like he rewrote it so it said ugly in the script just for me. Not traumatizing at all, but it was, it was. And then
Could have had a lawsuit these days.
I know, yeah. No, I didn't care. It was funny, like, but yeah, nowadays forget it. But and then I forget how many shows we did. Maybe 3 shows over like a couple of days, whatever. And then on the last show that we did, there's a closing song, and I flubbed my line. I never recovered. I never went on stage again. I just flubbed. I fucked it up. I just like I missed my cue. I missed my cue is what it was, and yeah, never recovered.
So was it like a 3-second delay? Like you should have been speaking and you weren't?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, just yeah.
You die a slow death up there.
Music was going, and nobody was singing.
Oh yeah, because you had like the band probably, right? Like 3rd grade band playing.
I don't know if it was the band or like a recording. Probably a recording. I think I have that tape somewhere. I've never watched it.
Oh man, we might have to. I think when
we're not watching until we find your rendition of the Beach Boys. All right.
I'll gladly watch that.
We'll find it. We'll find it.
It's on a VHS somewhere.
I got a tape player.
Yeah, like when I was doing those plays, I'm pretty sure like the band was involved. Like it was a little bit of a higher. It is pretty serious.
That is.
I still don't really know exactly what like the Sound of Music was about. I just know the Von Trapp kids and Germans, World War II.
Trapp. Yeah, Von Trapp. There's a brewery. It's Von Trapp Brewery.
Yeah, I've had the beer.
That's all I know about them.
Vermont.
Yep.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where it's like,
are they?
I wasn't really locked into the play. I was just kind of like,
are they Jews hiding from Nazis? Is that what it is? That kind of deal?
Could be a little Anne Frank situation.
Nazis really made life difficult, didn't they? No reason. It's just too much thinking. The Nazis, like, what are you doing, man?
Hey, you're trying to sniff out Jews? I mean, come on.
That's really, you're just wasting your time. I mean, take all the atrocities aside. If you're looking at it on just a very like basic level, like, it's too much effort.
Yeah, being a Nazi, fucking exhausting.
Did you care that much about all that shit? Come on, man. You're a fucking Nazi. I guess you do. I guess you do care about. Oh, I have a recommendation. I don't like doing this on our show, but I do have a must-listen podcast recommendation. There's never been a podcast that I've listened to, any episode of a podcast where I'm like, I need to listen to that again. I need to like save it, go back and listen to it one more time.
Okay.
So do you remember the kid who went to SNL and they wouldn't let him on because
Gillis, yeah, Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis. He's got a podcast called Shane and whatever his buddy's name, Secret Podcast.
Is he doing with Mark Normand?
Shane and Mark? I don't know what his name is.
I've seen him and Mark Normand on with Rogan. I'm not sure if that's the comedian.
Let me see if I get the name of the podcast. So he had Louis C.K. on.
All right.
And it's just Matt and Shane. What'd you say the name was?
Mark.
No, Matt and Shane. And so they had Louis C.K. on, and I followed this cast for a while. I don't really play that often, but I saw Louis C.K. and it said featuring the presidents. I was like, what? I was like, all right, let's give it a shot. Hour and 45 minutes long, and he's like, they open it up. They're like, all right, this is a history podcast. We're going to talk about the presidents. And they literally just go from Washington and start talking. They go Washington to Lincoln. I thought they're going to do them all. They went Washington to Lincoln, talked about each and every one of them, have little tidbits. I don't know how much it was actually true. I assume they know, I don't know, 85 to 90% of what they were talking about. And then after Lincoln, they did a little bit on Nixon, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Like I walked away from it, and I want to read like 4 presidents' biographies now.
Yeah, Washington's an interesting dude.
He's not one of them, but yeah, Washington.
Oh, they don't talk about George.
Oh, they talk plenty about George. He's not, but I want to read like I think it was like John Quincy Adams. I want to read Ulysses Grant. I want to read
Grant. Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple. Some of these guys are.
Yeah, presidents could be like that stuff. Could be interesting. I've always been on the fringe of being interested in that shit. Because especially like the old school ones, like because those guys like actually did shit. Like
yeah. After Lincoln,
they actually fought in wars and shit.
Yeah, they mentioned yeah, world leaders were just like the first guys on the horse. Like, hey, let's go.
Right.
They definitely mentioned that. But this is the show that like Evan Roberts wishes he can do, and like he just brings up a president, and the whole world is like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Here, I was like, no, keep going. Like I want him to do every president. I want him to keep on going. But yeah, phenomenal. I need to listen to it again. I do. It's not hyperbole. I need to listen to it again.
They did like how long? Like an hour and a half?
Hour and 40. I think it was hour and 45 minutes. Just about.
Hour and 45 on the first 16 presidents. Lincoln was 16, I think.
Yeah, and then after like they get to Lincoln, they're like we're like, we just pick and choose after that, and they talked.
That's crazy because you got to do your homework on like guys like James Polk, Millard Fillmore.
They knew their shit, man. They knew their shit. At least Gillis, I think it was Gillis, and Louis C.K. knew their shit, and the other guy was just like, if you were me, he basically played the part of the listener because every time they said something, he was just like, oh shit, like oh no way, like really, like I was like what I was saying. So he played the part of the listener to perfection. But really, yeah.
How much time they spend on William Henry Harrison?
Oh, about 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it was too funny.
1 month in office, fucking pneumonia.
I'll tell you this part because whatever. It's not going to spoil the whole thing for you or anybody else who wants to listen. But basically, they're like, all right, William Henry Harris. They called him. His nickname was like the old maid. I forget what it was, but it was like the old maid or something like that.
Yeah.
Granny or some shit. So like at his inauguration, he wanted to show off how tough he was. And it was during the storm, whatever. And it was raining, and he was like, I'm gonna be tough, trying to show off his balls. He got pneumonia and died because he did his inauguration in the rain. I mean, that was it. That was like
it was in March too. It was in March. That's when the inauguration used to be.
Even a January storm. Oh no.
Yeah, March 4th to April 4th. I want to say 1841.
That's too funny. Yeah, they had a good time with that. But, yeah. John Quincy Adams, they just they killed it, man. It was so good. Pierce, great.
Quincy Adams. We're frozen again. We're just hitting our stride.
No,
just hitting our stride with John.
I wonder. Oh, you hear it? You hear me, or you hear nothing? I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is on StreamYard. I wonder what it is live and in living color. What are you getting? Wonder what it is. Oh, now you get nothing at all. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Got it. We're back.
We're back in action. Yeah.
I hate you stopped at John Quincy Adams.
Oh, I was just saying. I said like Quincy Adams, Pierce, Polk. Like they fucking killed it. They were amazing.
Franklin Pierce. Yeah.
I think they did Lincoln, and then they talked like about the next 2 after him. I think. Like with the idea they're going to pick and choose, and they're like, "Look, we can't talk that much more about this." And they want to. Louis C.K. wanted to talk about Nixon, so they went to Nixon. And Louis C.K.'s whole point was like he loves these guys as characters. Like he looks at them as characters. Oh, Andrew Johnson. I got to know more about Andrew Johnson. I forget why, but that's why I need to go back and listen. But he's another guy. I need to.
Yeah, he was the president after Lincoln.
Not Andrew Jackson.
The guy in the 20?
Yes, Andrew Jackson, yeah. Who apparently was against banking, was against banks. big banks, or whatever.
Fucking
He's
irony.
20. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
Jackson
ridiculous.
was. I'm pretty sure Jackson was after Quincy.
Yeah, Jackson, not Johnson. That's my mistake.
Yeah, Johnson was. Johnson like lucked into being president because he was was the vice president right, but he like took office as vice president right before Lincoln got assassinated.
Yeah, and he was the first guy to Johnson. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still thinking Johnson Jackson.
Do you know who you're talking about yet? That you want to learn more about?
We're talking about Andrew Johnson now.
Okay, because I know more about Johnson than Jackson. That's why I steered it that way.
Right. First guy to get impeached. Right.
Jackson was or Johnson?
Johnson.
Oh yeah, he was a prick. Like he tried to like reverse everything that Lincoln did. He was like anti-slaves and shit. Hannibal Hamlin was Lincoln's VP for like ever, and I forget exactly why he got bowed out. If he had hung in there a little bit longer, man, could have been fucking 17th president.
And who? So William Henry Harrison. Oh, Martin Van Buren. They killed Van Buren. I don't know.
They're not
why.
Van Buren guys?
They killed him. I forget why.
He's from New York, right? Wasn't he governor of New York?
I don't know. You could be on the fucking podcast. I feel like the Matt guy
now. I know a little bit of. I could like bullshit my way. If like someone knows presidents, I could bullshit my way through it and like have them carry it, but seem like I'm also contributing. I can't carry it though.
I think they said so with Tyler, who came after Harrison. He was Harrison's VP, and they're like, and Harrison was the first one to die in office, so they didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And Tyler's like, "Oh, I'm president," and they're like, "No," and then they ran him out of the party.
Right. Yeah, that's when the Whig Party took over. After that, it was like 4 in a row Whigs.
Gotcha.
Zachary Taylor, Polk
Taylor, Phil
Pierce. Yeah, 4 Whigs, and that was it. It was like a dynasty. It was like the Warriors, 4 in a row, and then you know that was it.
Yeah, I recommend. The Grant stuff was great.
Grant
stuff. Yeah. Oh, they even talk a little bit about Ben Franklin at some point.
Benny Franklin.
Yeah, a couple good tangents. Just
a lot of kids, right? Franklin.
I didn't get into that.
Spreading the ball around.
Yeah, that's another part. Like, there's another point about Thomas Jefferson. He was like, Thomas Jefferson was doing all this terrible shit while saying that nobody should be doing this anymore. He was like, yeah, nobody should really fucking their slaves, but right after I fuck this one,
Starting now.
Starting in 10 minutes, yeah. Exactly. Great. He's like, advocate for all this stuff that he was stopping all the stuff where he was doing. Yeah.
It may have been all downhill after GW.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
He may have been.
I look a little differently at George Washington now, though. I really do.
You don't like him? They've been talking about George Washington on the Pete and Sebastian show.
He's a little too British for my. That's what I kept saying. He's like he was born in America, but I mean he's just he's too British.
Well, yeah, but America didn't really exist when he was born, though, right?
Right. Well, no, but
17 father of our country. He was born like 1776, right?
George Washington was born
32. So you figure like he was like 44. He was like in his 40s when
Sure. All right. Yeah.
So where was he technically born?
The colonies, I guess, right?
On American soil, but it wasn't really America yet. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like very proper from what I hear. Washington, right?
I guess he was just. I mean, I guess just world over, he was respected as a general, and then once you become the president, although he was like the guy who was like, "Nah, they wanted to make him king. They wanted
terms, right? You have him to thank for that. Yeah, term limits.
Yeah. So, they wanted to call him king, and he's like, nope.
All right, it's like, you fucking idiots. Have you not been listening?
Tea Party, etc. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But John Adams, John Quincy Adams, it's just right down the line. All good shit. Why are Pete and Sebastian talking about George Washington?
Because Pete's reading a book on George Washington, and he says that George Washington has a lot of similarities with Sebastian.
Like what?
Oh man, like he's
What?
put a lot of attention to detail into like hosting his parties, George Washington.
Oh, that's another good one. I forget who was it?
Oh, and he would cut people out of his life. Like he wouldn't even tell them he was cutting them out. He would just like kind of just cut them out if he didn't like you. Silent treatment. You were done.
So I think it was Andrew Jackson talking about parties.
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson is considered a people's president. I think it was him.
Okay.
And when he was elected, he threw a party in the White House, and everybody was invited. Like everybody, citizens invited. He says the people's house, come over to party.
That's sick.
And apparently it's like wall to wall. Everybody was there, whatever, partying, whatever, forever as long. But I guess there's some White House etiquette involved here, where you're not supposed to ask somebody to leave. So people just stay and like party and like raid the pantry, whatever.
Yeah.
People were staying. So
is that when it caught on fire?
No, that was the War of 1812.
Oh, okay. I thought it was either that or the party, Andrew Jackson's party.
Much better. There might have been a fire, but apparently what happened was they didn't want to ask him to leave after I don't know how many days. So what they did was they threw a couple kegs out on the front lawn and were like, "Come." And it's like Louis C.K. Wade tells it's great. Like, they got everybody come and drink under the stars, And then it was like, yeah, it's a great idea. And then they left and he locked the doors.
Yeah, deadbolt that shit.
Yeah, it's been locked ever since.
Yeah. Call your horse and buggy Uber. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
I've given too much away, but yeah, they're well worth the listen. Yeah, really. It's good if I'm telling you about another podcast. But it's late enough in our show where you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the president stuff is interesting if you go far enough back. Once you get to like the 1900s, depression and shit.
Yeah, well, they talk like after like Grant and like those guys, then it's all like post Civil War, and it's all this like I forget what they called it, but it's
Warren, fucking Warren Harding.
Yeah, it's all kind of trying to keep down former slaves and limit their rights and shit like that, and
yeah,
the same fight but different rules.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good. Calvin Coolidge. Look at that guy.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the dark era of presidents, like Calvin Coolidge and Herbert Hoover.
We might be in another dark age. This is Hoover Coolidge of New Millennium.
Who else in that? Whoa, what's his face? The guy who got stuck in the bathtub. Taft.
Taft, big boy. William McKinley, another assassination.
Yeah, he's like the forgotten assassinated guy.
Yeah.
He's like batting fourth out of four. I don't even know the story behind it. I know the story behind the other three. I don't even know the story behind McKinley. When was the last president that last attempted assassination was Reagan?
Yeah, Reagan. Yeah.
You can never get to a president nowadays. There's it's amazing they got to Reagan, to be honest, as close as they get.
Yeah, 80s was kind of like open season. The 80s was like no laws. Different. That 1980 was like 1982 or 1984 he got shot at. Like that's just different.
This guy's got out of prison, didn't he? Hinckley.
Yeah. I think I heard. I think 600 AM has some political commentator on in the afternoons, and I had him on today. Like, just it was the last channel I had on this morning, and I think you said about Hinckley doing like a tour, like a speaking tour. Like, who wants to see this guy? But he never actually said his name after I put it on, but I assumed that's who he was talking about.
Yeah, John Hinckley.
Yeah, I mean, he shot him because he thought because he saw Taxi Driver, and he thought Jodie Foster would fall in love with him because he took a shot at the president.
Well, maybe this is what the speaking tour. Now he thinks Jodie Foster's going to fall in love with him if he goes on
That long game.
Although I'm pretty sure Jodie Foster, he's not her type.
Yeah, no. I think. Now imagine doing that and turn out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would just assume she was lying. Like, you're just saying that to get out of going out with me, aren't you? Like, no, really, I'm lesbian. Like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, you tried to kill a president. You fucking psycho.
His second. So this is McKinley's second term. Came to a tragic end in September 1901. He was standing in a receiving line at the Buffalo Pan American Exposition when a deranged anarchist shot him twice. He died 8 days later. We don't get deranged anarchists anymore.
You do, but they're like tweeting.
Yeah.
A lot of derangement.
But everybody's got a side now, right? This doesn't say a deranged, like, right-wing nut job or a deranged left-wing nut job.
Yeah.
Anarchist just wants chaos, right?
Yeah, the anarchists I could kind of respect a little bit.
I think we're a little we got some anarchist blood in us, I think.
Oh yeah, I love chaos, yeah.
This is maybe the Anarchy podcast. Yeah, chaos is exciting.
Yeah, I want to see the world burn.
I don't have to wait too long. At this point, I think you're kind of rooting for like the 1927 Yankees. You're just gonna get what you want.
As long as I can watch from afar, I don't want to like look out my window and see.
You don't want no front row seats.
Nah, I want to be in the nosebleeds.
You too, Mel. You fucked up. Got front row seats. That's all Scarface podcast. Got front row seats to the resurrection.
It's like Buscemi and Armageddon. I got front row seats to the end of the world.
Didn't work out. Well, or it did work out for him. I'm not sure. He owed a lot of money, but he also came back to a hot to trot girlfriend.
Right.
That was way out of his league.
The hero.
Was the hero, yeah. I wonder, going back to how would you cast that movie now?
Armageddon?
Yeah, you don't have those guys anymore.
I mean, yeah, you'd have to.
Who's Bruce Willis in that movie now?
How old was Bruce Willis at that time? Like probably 40?
45, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who's like the king right now of like the
Liam Neeson? He's like 75.
Yeah, I know. Liam Neeson's older. I don't know. We talked about this. Like, there's more actresses than there are actors. More good actresses.
Oh, Armageddon, where it's all women.
Yeah, put a bunch of women up there.
Like Ghostbusters?
Yeah, there you go. Put Leslie Jones up there, drilling away.
There's a certain audience would like that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, we got to touch Yanks. Took care of business with the Orioles. We take nothing away from that series, right? We don't feel good about it. We don't feel bad about it, but there's really not much to take away. If you don't win series against the Orioles, you don't have the right to be like in discussion at all. So like this,
yeah. You gotta beat bad teams and you gotta win games at home. So check and check.
Yeah. Do you take any positive that you didn't have before the series away from this?
Beat bad teams and win at home. That's
it. Okay. That's really big picture. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, IKF today didn't play. He got benched in the middle of an 8-game hitting streak.
Classic.
I have one. My only complaint was that they brought Andujar up in haven't played him. Doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, today's the day to put him in too. Yeah, like we said, but I don't understand it either.
I probably said this last show, but I'll say it again. I don't really understand the point of calling someone up and sticking them on the bench unless they serve a purpose. Unless they offer you a service on the bench, which is like pinch running, defensive replacement. He doesn't really fit any of those bills. So, like, what is he doing on the bench? Let him play. He's raking and Scranton. Let him play every day.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, especially like he was brought up just to fill the place that Hicks has going on paternity leave.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like if you're not gonna play him, why not just bring up somebody else who's got a purpose? It could be a defensive replacement, which is not Andujar or
speed guy.
Speed guy, yeah. Yeah, I don't quite get it either. If you didn't give him a shot, see what you got. Maybe he comes down and goes 4 for 4, and then you can't send him down.
Yeah.
I don't know who goes down, but at some point you're gonna have to get rid of a pitcher or two. So.
Well, they just sent down the Karate Kid.
No, I mean like they're gonna cut the rosters, right? Like they have until the middle of.
Oh, dude, I think that's what I assumed. I didn't hear they called anyone up.
Oh, okay. I don't know when the date is, so maybe it is now. But I know you only have a certain time. I think it goes from 28 to 26. Is that right?
Yeah, 28 to 26.
So at some point you're gonna have to cut ties with some of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Andujar. He's how long does Hicks get? Does he get until the baby's walking, or what's the story?
Who the fuck knows, man?
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah. If it was
the only reason I make fun of these athletes that go on fucking leave is because Roger Maris had 3 kids and he saw one of them born, and it was because it was in the off season. So he was a fucking 2-time MVP.
Yeah.
It's like, you fucking assholes. You're going to be the first ones during the off season when your kid's like 5 months old. You'll be at a Knicks game courtside. Your kid will be nowhere. He'll be home with the nanny. But during the season though, you gotta leave for a week because your kid's being born.
Oh, get ready to call out Hicks. Hicks is on watch now.
What's
Hicks
that?
will be on watch. Hicks is on watch now.
Yeah.
And God forbid he shows up at a Rangers playoff game or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he will. No, they will. You'll see.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. Usually that's a great call because usually we're like, just like, I'll just play the game, you douchebag. All right, that's much better to keep an eye for like those nights out with the boys.
Yeah,
with the newborn at home. It's coming.
I mean, I don't know where he had to go. Imagine if it's in New York and he was gone this whole time. Be like,
oh man, New York Presbyterian.
It's like, come on, man, you could have played a few innings.
Someplace on Long Island. Yeah, it's not really going to work. You got to work, I don't know.
I mean, you don't serve. What is Hicks doing? You don't serve a purpose.
In the hospital? Well, yeah, you're just there. Better off. You do better if you're just at the ballpark.
Yes. Agreed.
I mean, or not. Maybe not. We've killed Hicks for 3 years now. Maybe not. Maybe he's doing a better job being at the hospital.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
He should have more kids, maybe.
He's married to Tiger Woods' half niece.
No, I didn't know that.
How do you have a half niece? I'm not even gonna dig into that family tree, but it's a half niece.
Yeah, I don't want. It hurt my brain just kind of trying to break it down. Where that happens, how that go? I'm sure it's easy, like once you hear it, but I don't have the desire to find out who his half niece is either.
Let's see, where's Aaron Hicks from?
Hicks, great golfer, apparently.
Is he? He's
Big
coming back
golfer.
Friday, so I don't know if that means
That's it for Andujar, yeah.
Probably, yeah. He's from California. I don't know if that's where he lives. They reside in Scottsdale, Arizona, so maybe that's where she is.
Probably. Scottsdale. Yeah, see, golfer. See? Scottsdale.
Yeah.
It's just a day and age, right? Like you don't have to. Well, no, because I guess that's really by choice. Because you mentioned Maris, and they stayed in Kansas City, right? His family stayed in Kansas City when he went to New York.
Yeah.
I guess this depends. Yeah, it's not really a day and age thing at all.
No.
I just
Yeah, I
do
don't know.
find
I
it
don't know how
weird.
that
Like,
would work. I don't know how that works because
he's in a long term contract too. Like, that's a little weird.
he does. It is long.
That's why he signed it. Like, oh, you guys stay. We have an established family here in Arizona. You stay here.
Yeah. See you guys for 5th grade graduation.
Like CC, like he came, he got a place in like Westchester or whatever, right?
Yeah, like Teixeira bought a place in Greenwich.
Yeah,
I guess it all depends what you want to do.
yeah. Jeter, A-Rod lived in the city.
Yeah. Well, Jeter had like an apartment in the city, but he had the house in Tampa.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I guess that's probably the way to do it.
And he's paid more in taxes. Well, up here at least, he's paid more in taxes than we've ever made.
Oh, ridiculous! Yeah.
Period. Yeah.
Absurd amount.
Yep. All right, Dallas and Utah are headed to the half. Utah's gonna have a little bit of a lead here, up 10 right now, half a minute left.
Yeah.
Just
go 7.
It looks like at home. Figure the home team prevails here.
You think Memphis closes out tomorrow?
I have no feel for that series. I could not pretend to.
Yeah, it's been up and down for sure. What about Heat Sixers is official now?
Yeah,
that'll probably start maybe Saturday.
Heat won with like nobody playing, right? Like Butler was out, right? And who else was out? Someone else was out for him.
Lowry. Heat Sixers game 1 is Monday.
All right, let's go Heat. I just want the Sixers to be done. Just get them out of there.
Heat in 7, 6.
Heat in 6. Better coached, better talent.
I'm gonna say Heat in 7.
Sixers have the best player, right?
Yeah.
Embiid, but Heat had the better team. Yeah.
And then
and you in 7. All right.
Bucks Celtics.
I don't know, man. No Middleton. Celtics playing as well as they are. They seem game for any kind of challenge. Like that's a don't fuck with me team.
Yeah.
They seem like they're gonna
Celtics.
Give me Celtics in 7.
It's gonna be a home court series, I think. Bucks are gonna have to break through, win at least 1 in Boston. I don't know. Maybe 2.
Yeah, give me Celtics in 7.
Are those the only 2 that are official? Suns are going to play the winner of this one. I still think Mavericks will win this, even if it's in 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then Warriors beat whoever they play, right? Warriors will beat Memphis or Minnesota.
Yeah, I think so. That team just kind of shows up, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's what you guys do.
And then the NHL playoffs start next week, right? At some point.
When's the last day? It's not over yet. Season's not over yet.
It's been a while. Yeah. Sunday. I think it ends Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I have a pick from friend of the program. If you want to save it, unless you want to put a futures in on it.
No, you could save it for.
He's okay.
Tuesday. Well, I don't think the playoffs will start yet by Tuesday, but we'll save it for Tuesday.
I don't think it won't matter. They won't be eliminated by then.
All right. It's not chalky. It's a little bit of a reach.
I think they're like the 3rd or 4th favorite.
Okay.
Not a reach, but and actually their odds went down since he told me. They're plus 900 a couple of days ago. Now they're plus 800.
Okay.
Am I giving it all away? Well, yeah.
No, because I don't really know what the odds.
Yeah.
I haven't really followed that
If
closely.
you wanted to look it up.
I know Colorado and Florida are the two best teams, points wise.
Yeah, Florida's like on fire. Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah, I got some hockey coming up. All right, man. Hey, listen, enjoy Annie this weekend.
I will.
We want a full review on Tuesday. We're going to open up with Annie on Tuesday, just so you know.
It's fine.
Beautiful. Yeah, I want a full review. Starting with the dinner, of course. I'm going into
the pregame, that'll take up a few minutes.
I know where our bread is buttered.
Nah, you got to get in the right state of mind for Annie.
Jaguars made a pick.
Oh, did you see they announced the second Thursday night game of the year?
Yeah, Kansas City and Chargers
exclusively on Prime.
Is it all Thursday night football, or is it just that Thursday night football?
I think they're going to do like half and half.
They booed the shit out of that announcement.
Did they really?
Oh yeah. Well, there was Goodell got up there. They booed him.
Oh, yeah, he
trotted
out Marcus Allen and Derek Carr.
Oh, I didn't see that part. No, I didn't see
that Carr, Waller, and Marcus Allen went out there with him, and he still got booed.
Yeah, no, he brought Tony Gonzalez and Austin Eckler out for the Kansas City and LA Chargers announcement, and two fans of the Chiefs and one fan of the Chiefs.
Oh, dude, there was a Giants fan out there who announced the pick. It was some goofy kid. I don't even know what his deal was. I hope he wasn't a Make-A-Wish. So
there was a kid that just had a heart transplant, so I don't know if it was him.
Ah, shit.
There was a kid. Shaheen Holloway.
I still didn't like the way he was acting.
Act like you've been there before, kid. Shaheen Holloway is going to announce like a second or third round pick for the Jets.
Oh, really? That's tomorrow, I'm assuming? It's not going to be at 2 in the morning?
That would kind of be awesome. I'd rather do the 2 in the morning draft. They should just let it go. Just let it go until it's done. Just do all the rounds straight through.
That'd be interesting. That would be interesting.
Oh, yeah. These picks would start coming fast and furious.
Yep. There's still a lot of people there, man. There's a lot of it.
Oh, man. It is packed.
I mean, you would think, like, the Stones are about to hit the stage.
You think Hendrix came back?
Jesus. It's like Wayne stock over there.
Yeah, all these people just come in wearing a cheese head for like 5 hours.
I know, dude. I go through this every year. Like, I feel like some of these people have to be plants. There's no way these people exist.
Right. This looks like a video game. Where they
when they made the Chiefs Chargers announcement, they showed like a little patch of Chiefs fans and Chargers fans.
Yeah.
Well, and I was like, gotta be plants. Like, come on. They were like the goofiest, whitest goofballs. Like come on. Yeah, I know. They're probably real people, but it's just.
Well, that makes it terrifying.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know like all my Giants fans' friends, I can't imagine any of us being like, let's go to the draft.
If you were in Vegas, if you were in Vegas, you wouldn't be at the draft. Maybe you pop in because it is like, so it starts at 8, you're there at 5 maybe. But like an hour tops.
Yeah, as a Giants fan, just you'd go for the first 10 and then you're home. Then you're out.
You're out of there.
Then you're at the crap stand. Yeah.
You're out of there.
But if you're a Giants fan, they're picking 22nd. Like, I'm not going to that shit. I don't care if they pick 22nd. I'm going to go. Like these people like are cheering picks and they're like going bananas for them. Like, you don't fucking know who that is. Like, you're telling me this middle-aged lady that's wearing a Packers hat knows who the 28th pick in the draft is, and she's excited. And she's excited for him. She's excited for this offensive lineman from fucking Oregon that they're picking.
Nah, they're just there. They're just there.
Yeah, Matt Whistler. Yeah. Like, who? You're gonna forget that guy's name tomorrow.
They just they want to be a part of something.
That's it, man. That is it. oh, all your buddies get on a flight to Vegas.
Yeah.
Everybody's rocking like an Eli Manning jersey and a Tiki Barber jersey, and like, what? They got one like LT jersey.
They love it, man. They
Let's
love
go. We're going to the drafts. I got all my jerseys in the bag.
it. Yeah.
It's like the AVN Awards, man. Come on. That's the convention to go to.
Yeah. AVN versus NFL draft. I'll take AVN.
Yeah, I think so. (1984), first year
Of the draft?
of the AVN Awards.
Oh, the AVN Awards.
I'm not sure when 2022 is. It looks like they're in January.
Still got to be in Vegas, still, right?
In 01, it was held virtually. That doesn't seem the same at all.
No. Although they've been known to make it work virtually in the past.
They find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Mel Kiper does not look good.
No, he doesn't. I don't know his deal, but he's in trouble. I'm sure everybody's Googling Mel Kiper Jr. Okay, here's real quick to put the bookmark or the bookends on the episode. Earlier this month, he announced he's not attending because he's not vaccinated. Simply put, my COVID vaccination is very specific to my own personal medical history. That's it. He said, there's nothing else.
Okay.
Why is Mel Kiper famous? That's what came up. Not why is he shaking? Yeah. Oh. Does Mel Kiper have Parkinson's? That's from April 6, 2021.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the first thing I thought of.
October 17th, 2020. Why is Mel Kiper shaking? It's just his thing.
That's
He's
fucked up.
just a shaker. I'm sorry. This is what it is. Just what it is. All right, man. All right. Well, good stuff. Thank you, YouTube, I guess, hosting us.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Spend time with us on Sunday Pour. We'll be back here on Tuesday. Talk about the weekend. Talk about Annie. Talk about Saul, and whatever the Yanks do over the weekend, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Until then, we'll talk to you.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody. Check in on you next week. YouTube Thursday. Until then, peace.